Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Finally, senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. And remember, no matter who you are valid. And if you are a bigot, that is a terrible character flaw. There are worse character flaws, but the point is, it's a flaw. Anyway, though, it is indeed a brand new day. I have been outside. It is warm. We're going to be like 80 or more today. And so I'm going to walk to Walmart after I finish recording, or maybe, well, I do want to grab some food and such, so I'll likely be going out, and then when I come back, I'll record probably a simulator game. I've been thinking of doing the gas station simulator. It's fun, but it is stressful because it adds you ring people up with their purchases. You have to be out there and run the actual station and give gas to customers. And there are people that drive up and need mechanical work at the level I'm at. And you've got to call and then orchestrate when shipments come in. And when the truck comes in, you got to make sure you're there to open up the garage doors. They drive in, you take the stuff out of the truck and put it on your shelves so that they can leave, so you can dash back out and give gas to the people that have been waiting and run through the charges of the people that have been waiting to buy like their Twinkies. So there's a lot to stress out over. And I am good at stressing out. I need to move my monitor program to make sure that my there's a timer on it, and that's how I can tell like I've been recording. Because before, when it stopped recording after 39 seconds, I saw that it was recording, and then the way I was sitting, that was behind my camera, so that when I suddenly rose myself up and looked and it was 0.00 and not running, I went, oh no. So yeah, I just moved it upward, and I'm glad I'm still recording. I didn't get a whole lot done yesterday, and I had therapy today, and I'm really running slow. I have therapy from 9 until 10, and it was after therapy that I took a shower, and it was right around noon when I finished in the community center, and it's 1:44 now. The day is almost over, he said. About, it's not even 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's just the morning vanished. So that's joyous, a wonderful thing. Anyway, though, time blindness or not, I've taken a shower, which I have bumped up my shower times. I don't know if I've ever talked about this before. Not that it means anything. You probably don't want to think about me taking a shower, because you probably don't want to envision my wet, naked, glistening 62-year-old body. But I can't remember where I was going. Now I've distracted myself. Oh well, I have not been doing much since yesterday, and then as stated, had therapy, took a shower, and now I'm doing this. I went walkies yesterday, and that's good. And I'm going to be going walkies again today. That's a good thing. I might upload something to the print center, and I just realized that the thing I wanted to show off is way over on my bed. I downloaded and printed this because it's in my library from Drive-Thru RPG, but it's called 96 Scare Quest. And I showed off a 96 Fantasy, I don't know what it's called, but it's a dice management thing. As you're traveling around on a map trying to do your quests, you have to manage your fresh dice into your tired dice and your dead dice. And dice that are dead you can't use. Tired dice are at risk, but you gotta pass tests, so dice have to go from fresh to tired. And you want to succeed at tests, so you gotta use your dice. But it's dice management. You have turns, so some turns dice go from tired to fresh. Under some situations, they can go from dead up to tired. So you're managing your dice as you're taking care of your character and you're traveling about in this fantasy world. The reason I'm upset with myself for leaving it over there is 96 Scare Quest is very camp horror. It's very serious camp horror, but it's camp horror because it's set in the modern day and there's a witch, Necronia, that you have to defeat in your hometown. But she has to be defeated for the good of everybody. But you have to get through her 5 fingers of her claws, whatever it is. She's got 5 basically lieutenants. But they're like Count Dracula, the creature from the Black Lagoon, the Wolfman, stuff like that. I can't remember the other 2. But these 3, Frankenstein's monster, and then there's another lieutenant. And then when you've beaten all of these and gotten the artifacts, then you can go up against Necronia herself. And there's a whole bunch of different maps and a whole bunch of different quests. But yeah, it's very universal horror monster movie camp, while also being deadly serious in that your character can die. Maybe not massively easily, but you can lose. And as I was talking with my therapist this morning about how you can use this principle for real life too, but telling him about how I talked about yesterday where in Japan, the biggest tabletop RPG is Call of Cthulhu, and that one of the biggest things to remember for horror play is that even if you lose, you haven't really lost. This is horror. But especially, there's a difference between very special American horror, truly American twist on horror, and then there's standard horror. American horror is the good guys actually win by dint of sheer moral character and all that. So you manage to force Cthulhu away. But most standard horror is the things are going to happen as they happen. You have to fight. But odds are you're going to get flattened. And if you're lucky, you'll only die and not be horrifically tortured by, not just, tortured as in torture, but like driven mad by cosmic horrors or some other horrific, nightmarish physical thing that happens, but it's happening to everybody. You're not specially picked out, chosen to be killed in this fashion. When you lose, you're not really losing because everybody loses. The idea is to kind of be driven mad last. But just apply that onto life, Even if you don't win at life, very few people do, and especially if you don't have money, you're not going to. And the thing is, I was watching, there's this one fellow who's an expert in oil and gas. Goes around the world, does a lot of work, does a lot of talking to people. It just knows what he's talking about. But was talking about today in one video about how the rich stay rich because they set up ways to keep you rich, like the loan things in the United States. When you get a loan from the government, it is predatory lending. If you don't look in the small print, you can get a fixed loan, a fixed price, a fixed interest rate. But fixed doesn't mean fixed. Because in the small print, whenever they want, they can just rewrite it and reset the interest rate at whatever they like. And this one fellow, in 5 years, had his loan rewritten 9 times. and you have no choice. Very predatory lending from the government of the United States, because if you go bankrupt, they get all your money. So that's joyous. But anyway, again, I can't remember what I was talking about, so I'm going to go back to this. This has nothing to do with anything else that I was talking about, which was 96 Scare Quest. I remember that a bit, and then going off and talking about this one fellow. He's called, like, I think it's Mr. Global, if you want to look him up on YouTube. But I'm going to talk about this instead, because they do have advice to try and get recession proofed for the upcoming recession, because there's going to be a recession in the U.S. and we're going to be very lucky if we don't hit stagflation, because we've had a contraction, and we lost on the GDP. Instead of number go up, it's this time number go down. And yeah, it's a Trump's tariffs thing. Joy. But the recession proof and advice, how to recession proof yourself, is number one, pay off all of your debt. And number two, stop being poor. And if you can't do those two things, there's no way to be prepared. You are going to be steamrollered by something that you can't stop. So thumbs up on that. Me, I'm in the condition, in the whatever the word is, the team, the side of people that I live month by month. There is no way for me to recession-proof my life. I gotta hope that the government is going to keep up with Social Security and disability payments. Yay. But I do play an internet game of Marco Polo, where every one of my vlogs here, I say a word that I did not set anything out for, in the hopes that people who listen will type it into the comments section. Number one, to let me know that I'm not just yelling into the void. And number two, blatant engagement farming. One person in comments was very kind and said, if you deserve it, it's not really engagement farming. Something along those lines, because I only just remember that now. Thank you very much. That was very kind words. I don't know if I personally believe it for me, but then I have very low self-esteem even now. It used to be so low I could walk underneath an ant and not even brush its belly. I've gotten a lot better since then. But we have, from the people who called back Polo to my calling out Marco, we have Jesse Koskinen. Thumbs up and thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. There is Toilet Decimator, back from the serious job of decimating toilets. Potatotron 23, thumbs up and thank you. Always good to see you in the comments. And Gus Garrett 6838, good to see you leaving the word of the day in the comments. Thumbs up. 77 Arcturus, always good to see you as well. Definitely a thumbs up. We have Chris 1, greatly appreciated. Calicoy, good to see you in the comments as well. There is Leo Tom Music, thumbs up and thank you. And Kyun Kun 3584, greatly appreciated, good to see you as well. Thumbs up. Now, do I have an actual word for people that have come this far and watched? Well, yes. Okay, I'll use this. If you could type floor I'll look into the actual camera now. Floor into the comment section for blatant engagement farming and letting me know that people watch. That would be very cool. This is like an 11-page dungeon crawler designed to be played anywhere and takes about an hour. It's supposed to be like zine-like, and so each page that's printed is 2 pages, and it's also designed to be saddle printed, and so you read it like 3, 11, 4, 10. So you got to read just one half of it on weird sides of the pages until you get to the end, and then manga-like read it back to the front. But if you could type floor, that would be very, very cool. Definitely a thumbs up and thank you. I'm going to take care of myself today, doing whatever I have to do so. I have talked with my therapist, my problems, he knows well, my executive function issues, where it's hard to really get across what it is with executive function issues if you don't have them yourself. It might be something as literal as, let's say, this falls onto the floor. I might have the problem where I literally can't reach down and pick it up. I may be screaming at myself inside of my head to just reach down and pick it up. I'm not just saying, oh, you know what, I don't want to bend down. I'm just going to do this other thing instead. I wish. This is me sitting here screaming, pick the damn thing up, and not being able to. It might take 8 hours a day or a couple days before I can. It sucks because a lot of the things don't make sense. Some of the issues have to do with the amount of spoons I have to spend. Some of the issues have to do with it feels like I have to press hard on a lever to exert X amount of pressure over X amount of time before I can do something. And only when I've done that can I. But I only have so much time and so much pressure that I can apply per day. And some of these things, that might require 200 pounds of pressure and 4 hours to do it. But I only have 300 pounds of pressure and 5 hours per day to spend. So do I want to do one thing? Or do I want to do 20 things? That does press on some of the issues at times, when I can consciously affect things. But past that, I have nothing at all. I, as stated, just been playing video games. I've played a lot of Grim Dawn. I've been playing a lot, quite literally, a lot of Fate, The Traitor Soul. The names of the games have absolutely nothing to do with anything. The idea is, no matter which game it is, you're going down into a dungeon, killing things, and then coming back up. That's it. But it has the 3 games in it, so when you start finding it too difficult, the dungeons in the city of Grove, you start going into this one outpost. And when the outpost dungeon gets too big, you go over here to this one town. And when that one gets too heavy, well, then you move back over here to Grove, because now you've leveled up, you're more powerful, you can take them on. My character is like, if not 30th level, darned close to it. I've never done that before. And in Grim Dawn, even though it's gotten a lot harder, because there are bosses that can, if you've got a health bar this big, you can get hit once and you've got that much left. And if you don't get out of there fast, you are dead because you are ticking downward on your health bar, and you gotta get a health potion and not get hit again. And some of these guys can hit you with something where you can't move. And those ones suck because you can't move to get away, and they're a-coming fast. So, been playing a lot of that. Of course, been playing Paint the Town Red. And there are other games that I literally cannot remember. I think I have purchased all of the DOSman games. DOSman games are not done by DOSman anymore, whoever that one was, but they publish games done by other people. They're all roughly done, I think, with the same engine, even, which has you moving in, even though you free move as a first-person shooter, everything is in blocks. So a door is on the block. And everything is 90-degree block angles. And when you attack, it's like an old Nintendo game in that you're not attacking very far outward at all. They got to be real close, and then you go whap with your device, and your one hit kills them. They're fun. They're reminiscent of the old, like, 2D games in 3D. So I've been playing a lot of those. And then, of course, today, getting ready for therapy, showering, eating food. Now at 2 o'clock doing this. So at 21 minutes and change, even though I do have some creative solo RPG stuff that I've still been thinking on. I've got my Inside Outside Razor's Edge Cosmic Horror Multiverse and the Inside Outside Razor's Edge stuff. I'm always revisiting stuff and trying to make sure stuff stays fresh. And of course, just to say this, as I was thinking about this while showering, I used to think when I was going out and walking and thinking about stuff that made me cry, that I was just torturing myself to hurt myself. But the thing was, I would torture myself until they didn't hurt anymore. And then I'd move on to another thing. It was only later on that I realized that I wasn't just grinding a rusty knife into an open wound to hurt. I was opening up pockets of infection so that the pus could come out and it could heal. In the end, when they stopped hurting, they didn't stop hurting because I was used to the pain. They stopped hurting because I drained all the pus out and there was nothing left to hurt anymore. Narrative therapy works. So hopefully you can get done the things that you would like to get done. That would be very cool. And if you're one of the very few that make it to the end of my videos, thank you so very much. You are beautiful and awesome, and I appreciate that so much. So, call to action before I do sign off. If you could like, comment, share, subscribe, that would be very cool. Greatly appreciated. If you are a Patreon patron, you are a beautiful and awesome person, and I am not afraid to say it. You are beautiful and awesome physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and a full multitude, if not an actual myriad of different ways as well. If you have left me a comment in the comment section, you too are beautiful and awesome in your own way. I read every comment that YouTube shows me. I thumbs up or heart every comment that YouTube allows me, and I answer as many as my nerve compression will let me, where as much as I've been waving my arms around in the air like I just don't care, I gotta take it so easy with this side today. I got a dagger in my back, and if I don't take it really easy, I'm gonna lose this arm again for days, if not weeks. So thumbs up on that. If I can't record something via controller today, I'm not going to be able to record something. Thumbs up. Anyway, though, hopefully you can get done the things that you would like to get done. If not, please do not beat yourself up. It will not help you get it done better next time, and you deserve better. So, until we meet again, you take care, Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And that is indeed a very, very good thing. Thumbs up for that. Now I gotta hurry up because, just leaving my arm up like this. I'm serious. There is like a butcher knife stabbed right into my back between my spine and my shoulder blade. It ain't fun. So you take care and have a great day.